It's recording now. Nice. Yeah, we had some difficulty. OBS didn't want to record this part, but we are about to build the snap-on platform as soon as she gets out of the way. Okay, I might need to move some stuff. I think this is in the way. I might need to move the platform. Also, could they stop walking in the middle of it? Oh, I should scrap this stuff. Yeah, maybe I should scrap that stuff. Just a thought. Yeah, he really likes that seat. I'm just gonna move everything over. And again, with the walking right in the middle of me doing stuff. That'll do it. Okay, we've built the tower. Now I've got to build this. The control panel. And then I think we just need the relay dish. Can I build that up somewhere? That's out of the build zone. There we go. I don't know if this needs to be connected to the... but we're gonna do it. Alright, let's remove the stupid hat I'm wearing. Okay, cool. I suppose I'm supposed to talk to you.
Remarkable work, Knight. The signal interceptor appears to be complete. Are you ready to put it to the test?
Yes, I'm ready to go.
Absolutely. I'm ready to go.
Your confidence is an inspiration to us all. That being said, this is the first time we've attempted to directly adapt Institute technology. When we throw that switch, we don't know exactly what's going to happen. God willing, you'll end up inside the Institute, and the mission can continue.
This would be a very short game if that didn't happen.
Unless I end up inside solid rock.
Let's hope it doesn't come to that. Now, I want you to listen very carefully. Once you've entered the Institute, we expect to lose contact, so it's imperative you remember everything I'm about to tell you. About 10 years ago, the Brotherhood began recruiting civilian scientists from the capital wasteland to assist with various projects. During this process, we were able to obtain the services of Dr. Madison Lee, a noted mind in the field of nuclear engineering.
That's fortunate.
That's fortunate.
Yes, it was. Securing useful resources during wartime is critical. That said, Dr. Lee's contributions to our cause were instrumental in maintaining order in the capital wasteland. After some time, she developed differences with the Brotherhood and exiled herself to the Commonwealth. We're fairly certain that her intent was to make contact with the Institute.
I'm surprised that the Brotherhood let her go.
Had I been in command, I wouldn't have allowed it to happen. She was a valuable asset. Your mission is simple. Once you're inside the Institute, we want you to track down Dr. Lee's whereabouts. If you find out that she's still alive, Make
Watch
contact.
this player turns inside out and
convince her
it's basically
to
a
return
skeleton
to
and
the
stuffed with
Brotherhood
meat.
of Steel. There's a special project
Until you
we're
find a
working
better
on,
circuit board.
and it needs her attention.
That would be great.
Consider it done, Elder.
Very good. Very good. Listen to me, Knight. I'm well aware that you're risking your life going into the Institute blind. Just keep your mind on the mission. And don't let anything they say sway you from your duty. Good luck.
Okay. Appreciate that. Oh, I've got to talk to you
I've checked
first?
and rechecked everything. I think the signal interceptor's ready to go. Are you?
Yeah,
Let's do this.
let's do it.
All right. Head up onto the platform and we'll see if I can find a signal to lock onto. The device doesn't work from over there. You have to be on the platform.
I'm on the platform.
Let's see. Relays dialed in. Beam emitters warmed up. Everything looks green. Let me start scanning for the signal.
Everything looks blue to me.
Cross your fingers. I'm inputting the code now. Wow, there's a heck of a lot of interference and ghosting. It's gonna take a minute or two to lock in. By the way, this little trip you're taking is a heck of an opportunity to find out as much as we can about the Institute and what they're up to.
Uh-huh.
I put a clever little program on this holotape that'll scan their network and download anything it finds. If you place it in any terminal down there, it'll do the rest. Bring it back to me and I'll see if I can make sense of whatever it found. Well, well, looks like we have a winner. RF wave capture complete. Ramping the emitter. 60%, 80%. Emitter spiking but steady. All that's left is to throw the transmit switch. Transmitting in 3, 2, 1. Stay safe, soldier.
There we go. Now we're cooking. Completed the molecular level. Okay, I'm not gonna mess with the terminal because I don't care about the Brotherhood right now. I'm actually in this to find out if I can work for the Institute. Myself.
Hello.
Hello?
I wondered if you might make it here. You're quite resourceful. I am known as Father.
Hello,
The
Father.
Institute is under my guidance. I know why you're here.
You're
I'd
such a
like to
jumper.
discuss things with you face to face.
I bought pencils.
Step into the
Nice.
elevator.
Okay. Oh, I don't even have to hit the button. How nice of you. I don't even have to hit that button. Huh.
I can only imagine what you've heard, what you think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression. Welcome to the Institute.
Look at this place.
This is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy, and our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable.
You could say
I'd
that.
like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
Oh, Sean.
Sean?
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
Sean? Is that really you?
Who are you?
Sean, it's me. I'm your dad.
Father, what's going on? What's happening?
Sean, are you okay? You're not hurt, are you?
What's going on? Father? Father!
I don't think he's talking to me.
Shh. It'll be okay, Sean. I'm here now.
I don't know you. Go away. Father! Father, help me! There's someone here, help me!
Who is Father? Where is he?
Father? Father, help me! He's trying to take me! Father? Father, help me!
Sean. S923, recall code Cirrus.
Oh,
Fascinating, but disappointing.
it's not creepy.
The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you understand. We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli. Please try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with challenges. Let's start anew. I am Father. Welcome to the Institute.
Father? That's your name? Your title?
Father is my unofficial title. It's what I've come to mean to the people of the Institute, just as you mean to your son, to Sean.
I want answers, asshole. Now.
Under the circumstances, I will forgive your vulgarity, but I need you to realize that this situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined. You have traveled very far, and suffered a great deal to find your son. Well, your tenacity and dedication have been rewarded. It's good to finally meet you, after all this time. It's me. I am Sean. I am your son.
Wait, so somehow my son is now my father? This is crazy.
Oh, come on. That's crazy.
I assure you, I am completely sane and entirely honest. In the vault, you had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod and went searching for the son you'd lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years? That is the reality. And here I am, raised by the Institute, and now its leader.
Hell of a story. But I guess it does make sense.
I'm glad you're willing to accept the truth. It's quite...
If he's the son, how's the merc still younger than
At
him?
that time, the year 2227,
He
the
had
Institute
some
had made great strides in
synthetic alterations
but it
to
was
extend his
never
life.
enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was the perfect machine. So they followed the best example thus far. The human being. Walking, talking, fully articulate, capable of anything.
I think I see where this is going.
Then perhaps you already understand why it was necessary for the Institute to acquire me. The Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics. The most logical starting point, of course, was human DNA. Plenty of that was available, of course, but it had all become corrupted. In this wasteland, radiation affected everyone. Even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above, members of the Institute had been exposed Another source was necessary. But then the Institute found me after discovering records from Vault 111. An infant, frozen in time, protected from the radiation-induced mutations that had crept into every other human cell in the Commonwealth. I was exactly what they needed. And so it was my DNA that became the basis of the synthetic organics used to create every human-like synth you see today.
So that's
I
the
am
real
their
reason they
father.
call you father.
Through science, we are family. The synths, me, and you.
60 years. So much time. Wasted.
I know. I know you must have questions. Please. Anything I can do to help you understand.
Your mother. She never got to see you grow up?
Yes. What happened to her was... I've gone over the records of the incident, of course. It seems her death was an unfortunate bit of collateral damage.
You don't remember. You didn't see it the way I did. It was brutal.
Yes, I'm sure it was. Sadly, the world has become a brutal, unforgiving place. For many years, I never questioned who my parents were. I accepted my situation, and that was that. With old age comes regret. And asking what if more often. But what matters now is that you and I have a chance to begin again. What else can I say to ease your mind?
So you're in charge of the Institute?
I am the acting director, yes. I spent decades working to reach this point. It's a responsibility I take very seriously. The Institute. It's important. It really is humanity's best hope for the future, no matter what those above ground might think of us.
But director? Why you?
I was the most qualified for the position, obviously. I've lived my life within these walls, dedicated to science like every other member of the Institute. My hard work has paid off. Ultimately, the Commonwealth has nothing to fear from us. Whatever you've seen or heard, I know I can convince you of that. Just give me time. What else can I say to ease your mind?
I think I've heard enough for now.
Very well. The Institute is on the verge of some important breakthroughs. Your presence would be appreciated as we approach them. I've been a part of something amazing here. I've helped to build a life for myself and the people of the Institute. And now, after all these years, you have an opportunity to help with that. Doesn't that intrigue you? Isn't that what you want?
Yes, that's what I want.
I know. I know you've been through so much. I'm pleased to see it has not impaired your judgment. Forgive me. I'd assume that after everything I'm sure you've seen above ground, you would be more than a bit biased against us. There is much to be done. You'll need time to acclimate yourself, a chance to become acquainted with our procedures.
I'll do whatever it takes. It's worth it.
I am glad to hear that. The Institute is now your home, as much as it is mine. Please take some time, get to know it. Meet the people you'll be working with. You'll want to introduce yourself to the division heads. Dr. Fillmore in Facilities, Dr. Ayo in SRB, Dr. Holdren in Bioscience, and finally Dr. Lee in Advanced Systems. They've all been notified of your arrival, of course. Meet them, and then we'll discuss what comes next.
Okay. We have our orders. I'm very intrigued right now. what are we going to do here in the Institute? I mean, besides loot everything, which we're gonna do a lot of. Wait, is that like a clock in the wall? That's weird. I don't know what that is. Some sort of port of some kind. Oh, we've made it here. Oh, we've got a terminal, slightly locked. Pens, okay. Initially I thought that said something else. Another dud removed. Tries reset. Okay, cool. Is it beam?
That's it.
Huh. It almost always is, isn't it? Kellogg Conrad Enhanced Life Expectancy. July 16th, 2285. Kellogg's occasional presence continues to unnerve others. At first, I thought they were merely intimidated by his confidence and arrogance, or perhaps even afraid of his general being. Kellogg is, after all, a killer. But as I've continued to witness their reactions, gauge their sidelong glances, I've detected something else. Something I probably should have anticipated. Jealousy. Kellogg is a living memorial to a forgotten program. He is an augmented human being, a cyborg, really. The benefits of he has received cannot be denied. But really, the scientists here could not care less about enhanced reflexes or greater combat efficiency. No, of course the envy is something more practical, more primal, his enhanced life expectancy. Just how long will Kellogg live if he passes naturally? However unlikely that may be, it's hard to say. He's already more than 100 years old, older, certainly, than any other human being in the Commonwealth. His complete physiology has been altered. Perhaps he'll make it to 150, maybe even 200. Let the petty have their petty jealousies. Kellogg is a living testament to the ingenuity and superiority of the Institute, and I take no small pleasure in knowing that it must irritate him to no end. Okay. Status reports. Hydroponics programs functional. FEV lab offline. Synth output nominal. Production materials fully stocked. Child synth project under quarterly review. Weapons diagnostics ongoing. Phase 3 behind schedule. SRB Director Zimmer still offline. Above ground operative terminated. Retention programs functional. Facilities power output maxed. Air and water recycling facilities functioning normal. Okay. Got personal notes. FEV lab. They made an FEV or just studying it? I'm not sure. Heyo! Can only confirm sightings outside Vault 111 and again in Diamond City sometime later. What that means, I'm not sure. Will we eventually meet? Was this all for nothing? No, not nothing. I will not have learned valuable things about myself, my past, either way. Sorry, I will have. I cannot afford to let emotion get in the way. I must simply observe and record. I'm told that Kellogg has gone offline. Strangely, I find myself thinking of Dr. Walker. He had such high hopes for Kellogg, such faith in the implants and what they could mean. I still regret eliminating that project, but I know where it would have led us. Walker was never shy about his goals, and too many others were starting to listen. In the end, I believe I was justified. The Institute is about preserving humanity, not some bizarre amalgamation of biology and technology. Since shutdown. Wait, what? Unauthorized director code required. Oh, right. I guess that's just something that's there. I thought it was something to read. Stimpack, Addictol. His terminal password I didn't have to hack. Okay. Is that something I can... Yes. Stimpack and a blood pack. Let's open the sliding doors and head up, I guess?
Call this a clean floor? Are your visual receptors malfunctioning? Can you not see the grime and dust?
Hey, Doc.
You know what happens when people get robots to do all their work? They get fat and lazy, that's what. Real people doing real thinking and real work. That's the future I want.
That's what people need.
People have no trouble getting fat and lazy on their own.
A few, here and there, perhaps. But not on the scale I'm talking about. I can see you're having a joke at my expense. You're hardly the first. In any case, I suppose I should say, welcome. Perhaps a fresh perspective will do some good around here. Don't make excuses. You're clearly defective, and I intend to report this.
Don't make excuses.
Perhaps after you've been disassembled, we can use your computers to make something that's actually
Oh, hey, if I didn't, if I was a full on health, I could drink here. This is
Doctor,
somebody else's,
requested another synth memory reset.
somebody's quarters.
May I ask for what reason?
It's preemptive.
I probably shouldn't jump,
Potential
but I want to.
high-risk situation.
Very well, we'll schedule it in.
Oh, crap. I can actually jump over here? Stairs are for losers.
Glad you made it.
Yeah, you could say that. Liam
Enforcers
Benet.
give me the creeps, you know? They seem, I don't know, cold.
Yeah, I bet they are. I guess I'm supposed to talk to people. Let's go to robotics.
Remember to keep unnecessary power consumption to a minimum. Don't recharge unless your primary levels are below 2%. Also, if you haven't patched your navigation software, do so after this meeting. The last thing we need is more synths bumping into walls. All right, that's all for now. You can resume your duties.
Okay, so they resume their duties. I'm going to talk to you.
Doctor.
It's a real juggle, trying to keep all the systems down here operating in the green. This place might look shiny and new, but there's a lot of old technology in these walls. I lose
Yeah, I
sleep
bet.
worrying about when the next blackout's gonna hit.
How old is it?
How old are we talking about?
Well, the reactor and a lot of the related systems, you know, cooling, monitoring, power distribution, that's all pre-war tech. Most of the superstructure down here was built later, when the people who survived the war. I guess each generation's been tinkering with the place, adding labs, making upgrades, and so on. There's some stuff I need to check on. See you around, yeah?
Okay, I guess I only got to ask one question. Let's head into robotics and meet the people. Oh my gosh, this is a great scene right here. Has anybody seen Westworld? They pretty much copied this. And I'm not sure where Fallout 4 copied this from. I'm sure they're not the only ones to... This is just an amazing machine. Just the animation to make this. And to have it all done by a two-armed crane, one side picks up and moves. The other side activates, assembles, rotates. That's just, it's amazing. Great job, whoever created this. Dunks that, and then look what happens. A brand new Gen 3 synth gets up
We're men of science.
and walks out.
You do well to remember
That is just crazy.
the synths on Tom's legacy. His gift to humanity.
Okay.
Excuse me, Doctor.
You've arrived at a momentous time.
Momentous time.
Third generation synths are a true breakthrough.
Take all the stuff.
Combination of centuries of research. It's no exaggeration to say that they're superior in almost every way to
Doc.
Doc?
The synths are treating you well, I hope?
Yeah, they are. I was sort of hoping to talk to somebody about missions. But I will take all the aluminum.
Hi.
All new synths must be processed without delay.
We're all looking forward to working with you.
Robotics terminal.
Today...
Was there something to read here? Hey, Stupid Steve, welcome back. We've got impending arrival. Our monitoring of events on the surface has confirmed that the time is almost at hand. Very soon. Our guest will be here. I admit that I feel both hope and trepidation when I think about how our first meeting will go. Please make whatever preparations that you deem necessary. Consider all sensitive information to be classified for the time being. We cannot know for certain what our visitors' motivations will be, especially after coming into contact with a railroad. We will exercise caution, but we must also extend a warm welcome. In time, once a measure of trust has been earned, we can be more forthcoming. I need not remind you all how important this is to me personally. But I want you also to think of the opportunity for the entire Institute. We stand to gain a great deal if we make the most of that opportunity. Father. I recently met with Dr. Lee to review the latest power distribution metrics, and there is both good and bad news to share. I'll begin with the good. Let's clear that we have all taken it to heart Dr. Lee's request for greater emphasis on power conservation. The metrics demonstrate that we have improved our efficiency across the board. I'm particularly proud to note that Robotics Division has shown the most improvement in this regard, surpassing even advanced systems. Well done. Unfortunately, the efforts we have made to date are simply not enough. We must continue to find ways of conserving without adversely impacting our research and production. I know that what I'm asking is difficult, but I'm also completely confident that we will rise to the challenge. I have some ideas that will be discussed in the next directors meeting. Until then, I ask that you please keep the need for conservation foremost in your thoughts. Father. Hey-yo, it's Sandcats! He's in the building! Sandcats and Stupid Steve have arrived! Alright, we've got a Concern Rechild Synth Prototype. I'm concerned at the pace of the progress at correcting the problems with the child synth prototype. I cannot impress upon this division enough the need to resolve these issues quickly and completely. Time and again, we've corrected flaws only to see them return. I find myself questioning whether we're thoroughly testing these fixes before moving on to the next item. You know that I have great faith in all of you, but time is quickly running out. I must ask that you take whatever measures are necessary to meet the project's targets within the next time frame. Please make this your foremost priority, Father. Missing synth investigation. It has been brought to my attention that some of you are displeased with the methods and practices employed by the SRB division in its ongoing investigation into missing third-generation synths. I'd like to take a moment to address this matter. Firstly, I know that I am aware of your concerns and that I intend to have a conversation with Director Ao in order to assure that he is also aware. Any disruption in your work will be taken very seriously, especially at this critical time. However, I must also ask for a measure of patience and cooperation from all of you. It is simply impossible to gather the information necessary to carry out this investigation without the element of distraction and inconvenience. Remember that your cooperation is vital to bring this investigation to a swift and successful conclusion. I'm sure that's something we all want. Hey, Effie. Welcome back. Let's see. As production of our Gen 3 synths continues apace, I would like to take this opportunity to formalize our categorization. Our term android has been used interchangeably with synth for a very long time as the Institute has existed, and though some of our older residents may actually prefer android, Dr. Zimmer being a prime example, the term synth has always been more widely used. Today, our third generation creations are totally synthetic beings, so the designation synth seems more appropriate than ever. From here on in, I strongly prefer all official Institute records and correspondences to use the term synth or synths. Let us remember our past and appreciate the legacy of the android, but let's live for the future and recognize the power of the synth. Well, I look forward to the next synth update to my phone. New access logs. We've got a login from Dr. Benet. Remove flight risk candidates. Alright, we've got access department notes. Lots of entries by Dr. Benet. Okay.
Full of possibility.
Interesting.
With our third generation synths, we've improved upon them.
Just finished up a bit of streaming. Just want to pop back in since you were still streaming. Alright, well thanks, Effie. I'm gonna go too much further. Maybe about 10 more minutes. Gotta finish up talking to these fine folk here. Maybe let's go to synth retention.
Protocol, sir. Authorized personnel only.
So Dr. Ao thinks he can hide in his office, does he? Well, you can tell him that I intend to speak to Father about these unannounced security sweeps of yours. Ransacking my quarters in the middle of the night is totally unacceptable.
I'll pass along your message, Doctor.
See that you do.
Welcome to the Institute, sir.
Welcome to the Institute, sir, he said begrudgingly, turning his back and then blocking the door. Hey, Smokester, welcome back.
All systems nominal.
I can't imagine living on the surface. It sounds like a nightmare.
It is a nightmare up there.
Targeting package upgrades, I asked.
Okay, get out of my way.
I should take some courses with me.
I hear we're about
I gotta talk to some people. Hello.
Hi, Doc.
There's enough friction as it is between us
Here you
and pretty
are.
much all
So
the
you're
other
AO.
Acting Director of the Synth Retention Bureau. I'll be upfront with you. We're going to be keeping a close eye on you for the near future.
Oh, I'm sure.
Despite your relation to Father, you're a bit of an unknown quantity. I'm sure you understand. There won't be any issues, will there?
Oh, no. No issues.
No problems here.
Good to hear. Now, Father has asked that I provide you with a brief overview of the Synth Retention Bureau. Our primary responsibility is the recovery of escaped synths that are hiding among the human population on the surface.
Best for everyone, let them go. Secret police, synth escapes.
Why would synths want to escape?
Synths do not want. They might look like human beings, but they're machines. As to why they're escaping? That matter is currently under investigation. Our main instrument is the Courser, a third-generation synth assigned to operate on the surface. coursers hunt down and reclaim synths that have escaped the Institute. They are highly self-sufficient, trained in combat, infiltration, and tracking. In a word, our coursers are relentless. But I gather you know all this, since you've encountered one already.
Oh,
In fact,
yes, he was
I'd very much like to know how you defeated it.
very stealthy. Hey, Deathwing! As I live and breathe once more. Yes! You're here. Welcome. Combat experience? Got lucky?
I'm no stranger to combat.
Even so, a courser should be more than a match for any single combatant. I suppose
Well,
I'll
it
have
wasn't.
to ask robotics to perform detailed diagnostics on the entire production run. As if we don't have enough problems. Now, unless you need something else, I'll get back to work.
Okay, you're the acting head?
If you're the acting head of the SRB, who are you filling in for?
Dr. Zimmer holds that position. He's supervising the retrieval of some of the more high-profile units. In his absence, I keep things running smoothly.
Okay. Very interesting. Also, take it all. Take all the stuff. Cool. You just got done watching Rampage? Was it good, at least?
Nothing to report, sir.
Okay. Let's see, over here we
It's an
have
honor to
advanced
have you.
systems.
Are you going to tell me about this mysterious Phase 3?
I like the music in the Institute. It's pretty neat. It reminds me of Spore. Okay, another door.
She's been at it for over 2 hours. What is
2
she
hours?
even testing?
Nothing. At this point, she's just doing it for fun.
Hello.
Doc.
Oh, hi there. Sorry if I seem distracted. I memorized 5 sets of design schematics, and now I'm doing detailed mental comparisons.
While you're shooting? That's amazing.
That's amazing.
Oh, well, a lot of us do that. Anyway, I'm glad you're here. I just wanted to say how much I admire Father, and that it's an honor to meet you. I really hope you'll stay here with us.
Oh, okay. Oh, this is Dr. Lee.
Doctor.
Oh, it's you.
The Brotherhood
You're not
want to poach
authorized
you.
to be here.
Where am I?
Authorized to be where? What is this place?
You're standing in the Advanced Systems Division, and you are not a part of my staff. If you
And
want
you-
a tour of the
you
place,
could
why don't you
just
ask Father, seeing
shove
that he's
it.
apparently giving you the keys to the castle. Now, can I get back to work?
Is this how you treat everyone? Or are you just putting on the charm for me?
I wasn't aware that I had to answer to you at all. You're obviously here for a reason, and you've already spoiled my experiment, so you might as well spit it out.
Okay, I was, sent to find you,
You're the scientist. Why do you think I'm here?
Well, let's see. A Brotherhood of Steel airship arrives in the Commonwealth. You find a way to intercept our teleport signal, and now you show up at my door. I knew it was just a matter of time before your people would track me down. I've been looking over my shoulder for almost
I'm not
a decade,
after her, actually.
waiting for them to send someone like you to kill me.
Well, you aren't dead
If
yet.
I wanted to kill you, we wouldn't be talking.
That's a fair point. Since Father trusts you, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. I might not agree with everything he says, but I know he'd never allow harm to come my way. Say what you came here to say, and then leave me alone.
I don't intend to say that stuff.
Are you happy here?
Are you kidding me? I am surrounded by cutting-edge laboratory equipment and some of the greatest minds the world's ever known. What does that have to do with why we're talking?
Hey, at least that gives me a way out. Also, can I...
Where are you going?
I have to
wanted to talk.
I have to talk to you about work, not the Brotherhood. So I think that's just one of the glitches because
Where are you going?
Elder Maxon gave
I
me
thought you
the
wanted to
mission.
talk.
And I don't aim to do that.
Excuse me, Dr. Lee?
Oh, it's you.
Can I just talk about
You're not
when I'm
authorized to be here.
supposed to be here? Authorization. I'm new.
I'm new around here.
You must think I'm some kind of idiot. Father may have given you the keys to the castle, but I still decide who goes in and who goes out of my laboratory.
Okay.
So why don't you just run along and let me get back to work?
I'll leave.
Fine. I'll come back later.
So you can interrupt me twice? No thanks. You're obviously here for a reason, and you've already spoiled my experiment, so you might as well spit
Come
it
on,
out.
shut up. No reason.
I'm not here for any reason in particular.
That's a load of crap, and we both know it. A Brotherhood of Steel airship arrives in the
Yeah, you
I
can
knew
shut
it
up
was
about
just
that.
a matter of time. I've been looking over my shoulder for almost a decade.
Okay, you know what? It's not about that.
Where are you going? I thought you wanted to talk.
I don't want to talk to you.
This
I've
is
changed my
day
mind.
8 of Trial 6. The last week has been very productive, but exhausting. I think we'll need a break after.
I'm not part of your staff. I'm God. Fight me. No, I do kind of hate that about the dialogue options in Fallout 4. If you have multiple interactions with somebody, it'll prioritize like the wrong one in the wrong order. And it's like, oh, God, what a headache.
Of course.
Come on, can we just skip all of this?
That, even now, would be a step too far. It's
Okay.
starting to have an effect on the team, I think. I know I've been caught up in the moment once or twice. Just a second or two. Forgetting that
I've got
he's
2
not a
level
real
ups?
boy.
Dang.
Still, I think we'll need to consider restricting him to the lab only for the moment. I'm well
Right,
aware
it's
that
not
others are put off by his presence. If I were slightly more arrogant, I might consider that a sign of success.
Expert locks. Suddenly I can pick expert locks.
Expand our
Excellent.
operations at Warwick. He's eager to get that going, so I've had to put everything else to one side.
Doc.
I wonder how the Warwick
Welcome.
family is doing.
So good to have you here.
Young Wally
Dr.
must be
Clayton
close to 10
Holden,
years old by now.
head of the bioscience.
Would you shut up while I talk to
I
him?
can't wait for you to see the work we're doing.
Up there, don't you think?
It's truly amazing.
Yes, that is truly amazing. I also couldn't hear you over the sound of the other guy talking. Interested?
I look forward to learning more about it.
In that case, let me give you a brief overview of what we do here. As the name implies, the Bioscience Division specializes in fields of study such as botany, genetics, and medicine. Our most important directive is to ensure the health and well-being of everyone in the Institute. To that end, we cultivate highly specialized breeds of flora for use in food and medicine. We've even started to explore the idea of synthetic animal life. You probably saw the gorillas. They're really just a pet project at this point, but the potential is exciting.
Robot
nonetheless.
gorillas. That's...
Yeah, I can't imagine anything more exciting than fake gorillas.
Speaking only for myself, I find them fascinating. Of course, I might be a little biased. I'm sure I've taken up enough of your time as it is. But I have to ask, have you decided whether you'll join us?
I'd like to.
I'm not sure how well I'll fit in, but I'd like to give it a try.
Great. I was hoping you'd say that. In any case, I imagine you'll want to continue looking around. Or, if you prefer, I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have.
Ah, that's a good question. About those synth gorillas.
Tell me more about those synth gorillas.
On the whole, I'd say they were a success. Their behavior does generally match what our historical data says it should be. Unfortunately,
Do they
we had a
fling their
few
poo?
early setbacks.
Because they like to do that.
Creatures can become suddenly aggressive, and they're quite strong. They destroyed 2 of their synth handlers. So now we keep them in an isolated habitat where they can be safely observed.
Okay, yeah. So you created them only to observe them. That's
Dr. Holdren's synth gorilla
strange.
project is showing promising results.
All right. That whatever floats your boat, guys. Flinging poo is a requirement, no other option. Otherwise, they failed. I mean, get it right, guys. Help defend Red Rocket truck stop. There's not much there to defend. And there are only companions. And they can't be killed. So why would I do that? Robotics. I've been to robotics. Into bioscience. I've been to synth retention. There's this guy over here.
Almost done. Just need to tighten up this primary drive servo.
They weren't kidding. You really are here.
Yeah.
Well, all right.
I'm here.
I'm Allie Fillmore.
Nice to
you
meet
can
you.
Think of me as the Institute's chief engineer. When Father told us about you, I could hardly believe it. You've been through so much. I think most people would have just given up. If you don't mind my asking, what was it that kept you going all that time?
Avenge my wife.
I wanted to kill the son of a bitch who murdered my wife.
Kellogg always was a cold bastard. If you ask me, we're better off without him. Now, I'll give you a quick rundown of the facilities division, and then I'll answer any questions you might have afterward. As you might guess, we keep the Institute's mechanical and electrical systems running smoothly. We maintain and upgrade all of the systems that make it possible to live and work in a place like this. There's a lot of machinery behind these walls that recycles the air and water and provides power to the laboratories and quarters. The work we do might not be as exciting as some of the other departments, but it's at least as important.
Well, it sounds like you could use some help.
Now that you're here and you've spoken to Father, does that mean you're on board?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Oh, good to hear. It'll be a load off Sean's mind. Take your time. Get yourself acquainted. There's a lot to take in. Plenty of things you won't find topside.
Oh,
if there's
sure
anything
is.
else you'd like to know about the facilities division, I'm happy to discuss it.
Okay, about your power needs.
It must be a challenge to meet the power demands of a place like this.
Absolutely. We scratch and scrape for every precious ounce of voltage that we can. Over the years, we've learned a few tricks that help supplement our power budget. When necessary, we can tap into select sources on the surface. We take only what we need, of course. Fortunately, Advanced Systems is always working on new solutions to generate more energy. It's a good thing, too, because the demand is always increasing. You don't even want to know what a single use of the molecular dematerializer consumes. That's the third primary drive breakdown this month.
No kidding.
As far as I'm concerned, the phase out on these older models.
Alright, so I guess I've talked to everybody.
I don't know. Most of them have lasted.
Now just wait for the gorillas to upload their ninja program. They can fling poo with accuracy and stealth. Guess I'm going back into Advanced Systems. Is there a reason why I'm doing that, or is it just that I have the data marker? Meet the division leaders. Yeah, meet the division leaders. So that means I do have to talk to her. But she doesn't want to talk to me. She wants to talk about the Brotherhood. I don't want to talk about the Brotherhood. I'm not convincing you to leave.
Dr. Lee.
Oh, it's you. You're not authorized to be here.
Actually, I was looking for you.
Me? Why?
I'm supposed to talk to... I'm not sent by the Brotherhood. I'm not sent to find you. I'm not what you think. Are you kidding me with this? I'm supposed to meet the division leaders. You're the leader.
In case anyone
Are you a division leader?
Quiet time runs from 10 p.m.
You're not a division leader. I talked to everybody else. What is this crap? This is a bug. I've gotta find the... Hold on. Google it. Fallout 4, Dr. Lee. But you were sent to find her by Father. Yeah, I was sent to find her by Father. But if I say that, she's gonna direct me
You're
to
not authorized to be here.
the Brotherhood's quest line. I am looking for you.
Me? Why?
I was sent to find you.
Just say that you've regained the attention of a certain group that I represent.
Yeah, see, he's gonna
Stop
talk
beating
about
around
the Brotherhood.
bush. It's obvious that you're from the Brotherhood of Steel.
I don't give a
I knew it
crap
was just
about
a
them.
matter of
That
time
was just a
before your
means to an
people
end to
would
get
track me
here.
down. I've been looking over my shoulder for almost a decade, waiting for them to send someone like you to kill me.
This happens every now and then. Fallout 4. Dr. Lee. Bug. And what's it gonna say? Okay, so for
What's your
her
problem? You
character,
gonna say anything?
Bugs. Player convinces her to join the Brotherhood and then destroys both the Institute and yeah. Nope, that's not the bug. Maybe convince her to leave and then might complete the quest anyway?
Hello? Anyone in there?
No, I need to find game halting glitch faction related. Yeah, it wants me to convince her to join the Brotherhood of Steel.
What's your problem?
But it
You gonna say
overwrites the
anything?
primary quest institutionalized. Where I want to join the institution. Okay, the way you can fix this is by shooting Father in the head. It spawns enemies. And then wait till they're non-hostile, exit
What's
the
with
institution.
the silent
Well, that's
treatment?
weird. No, I'm not shooting anybody. Update, just beat the game. Yeah, no, these are not helpful. I might have to figure this out later.
I'm only here with
The
good
silent
intentions.
treatment.
Let's try
You have
this.
my word.
You're giving me your word, even though we just met? Fine. Since Father trusts you, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. I might not agree with everything he says, but I know he'd never allow harm to come my way. Say what you came here to say, and then leave me alone.
Okay, wasting your time here. Yeah, that's pretty stupid. Use a console command to revive them. Jeez. I've got to figure out how to fix this. This is quite an issue.
Hello?
Yeah, can I back out?
Where are you going? I thought
See,
you wanted to
here's the
talk.
thing. Usually, if you quick save and then reload, it should
Where are you going?
reset some of the
I
stuff.
thought you wanted
But
to talk.
the thing is, I don't want to convince her to leave. The thing is, like, yeah, people in chat are saying try to convince her to go to the Brotherhood. Yeah, I could do that. If I do that, she actually leaves, and you
Dr.
never
Rick.
talk to her again.
you.
She's got missions for
authorized
this
to be
place.
there.
There's stuff to do here in the Institute, and if I didn't want to do an Institute playthrough, which is the whole point of me playing this again, I just don't want to do that.
I wasn't aware that I needed authorization.
I'll just
Father may have given you... If you plan to...
jump through this stuff.
What are you working on?
There's no getting rid of you,
Maybe if
is
I ask
there?
about work.
You're obviously here for a reason, and you've already...
Yeah.
You're the scientist. Why do you think?
Well, I knew it was just... I've been...
I'm only here with good intentions.
You're giving me your...
This is insane.
Since... I might not agree with everything
No,
he
talk to
says,
her, but
I
don't
know he'd
convince
never
her.
allow
Just
harm
go
to
through the
come my way.
motions.
Say what you came here...
Uh-huh.
Okay, I'll just go
Brotherhood
through the
needs your help,
motions and see.
Needs my help. Why? They seemed to have everything under control when I left.
Working for the enemy. Brotherhood values you. Projects you left behind.
Did you abandon any projects you wanted to complete?
You should know better than to ask me that. If they didn't tell you what I was working on, they didn't want you to know. I'm certainly not going to put my neck on the line and spread. Tell me something. Why would I possibly want to come crawling back to the Brotherhood? What reason would I have?
Okay, I can say, trust me, Badmouth Institute. I'm following orders. What would it
I
take?
give up. What would it take to convince you?
All right, I'll play your game. I had a colleague down here, a Dr. Virgil. Several months ago, there was an accident in his lab, and he was killed. I wanted to help with the investigation, but Father had the laboratory sealed, saying that it was contaminated. The incident never sat right with me. The more I asked about it, the more I felt like Father was deflecting my questions. If you bring me solid information on what killed him, I'll take it as a favor from the Brotherhood and consider your offer. Do we have a deal?
I'll do it. Forget it. Virgil's still alive. Yeah, I'll say he's alive.
I know this may come as a shock, but Dr. Virgil is still alive. I met him myself.
Oh, please. Do you really think a cheap tactic like that is going to work on someone like me? Stop trying to avoid the legwork by lying. Either you get me the evidence, or we have nothing else to talk about. Deal?
Forget it?
No.
Then we have nothing more to say to each other.
See?
Now, if
but that doesn't count. That doesn't count for talking to her. That doesn't count for meeting her.
Keeping up appearances?
You know,
let me see that big boy of yours. I've been told to install a courser
Okay, there we
chip in it for
go.
you. Father's orders. You're to be given
Now
full
she does
access, with the ability to relay in and out of the institute.
That's what she's supposed to do.
At will.
So that works. Boy, that was sketchy. All right. What's it do? Seems unnecessary.
That seems kind of unnecessary.
I assure you, it's necessary. The relay is the only access to the surface that we possess. In case the significance is lost on you, you'll be the only one here with that kind of access. If nothing else, it should demonstrate the amount of trust Father has placed in you. Speaking of, I trust our discussion will remain between the two of us. Now, I need to get back to work, and I'm sure you have other things to do.
Okay. That did it. Gotta go through one layer of crap to get to another. Okay, so now I need to go back and talk to Father again. I forget where. Somewhere on the second floor.
True Food Supplement 77 has been discontinued. That was my favorite one.
Hardest mission of them all, talk to the head directors. Almost.
I want Supplement 77.
Somebody else's quarters.
The Institute is my life.
I don't know which one it is. Okay, use the network scanner holotape. What? Do I have to? I found my son, who is now 60 years old. Introduced myself to department heads. And I gotta use the network scanner holotape. No, I really do have to. Why? So I have to find a terminal.
Nothing to report, sir.
Those terminals are like locked. Locks on them. That's a room that would be great
Report
if it had a
anything
terminal.
suspicious to the SRB. If you need medical attention, see Dr. Volkert.
I'd like to find where I came in.
Theoretical limits are made to be broken.
Not the same room.
Useless.
Useless. Okay, this is the center tube. I shouldn't have jumped. Ah, crap. Whatever.
So you were there the day the bombs fell.
This goes this way, that goes that way. Robotics. Master lock on the terminal. Seriously?
All maintenance requests should be directed to the facilities division.
Advanced systems is there. Sliding doors. Not what I'm looking for. Definitely not what I'm looking for. Yeah, I'm just trying to find the quarters that I first entered in.
Reaction to the K-14 compound. We'll start the next trial then.
Forget where they are.
Much larger this time, and the side effects will likely be
Orman.
I honestly don't know. I suppose it's your job to find.
Why do all these terminals have to have locks on them? Maybe I can go to the scanning room. I could go to the original room.
If you encounter a hazardous chemical spill, please alert the facility.
So if I go to the elevator, and take the elevator all the way up, should be a terminal there.
I wish you could have
Apparently
known
I
Father
have
as we
to
have.
scan the network. I didn't really want to do that. But I have to. Which side is it going to open? Probably this one. Okay, there's a terminal right here. Hard to load holotape. Where's the network scanner? Okay, initiate the network scan. Completed. And give it to Proctor Ingram. I guess I have to do that as well. Or no, it's that now it's completed. I don't have to give it to him. Good, because I'm not. Sheesh. Okay. So now I've started synth retention, so I can now talk to Father. That's what I was wanting to do. And we will wrap up this episode. And what is it with slow elevators? You're totally right, Citizen King. Okay, he's above us. So apparently it's this one, wherever this one is. I gotta figure out where this is on the map real quick. So this was what I was looking for, because there's a terminal there. He's got a terminal there. So this is across from Advanced Systems. So across from Advanced Systems and Synth Retention. This is where I can find
a chance to see the Institute firsthand. What do you think?
It's amazing!
You've got technology here that I never dreamed possible. It's amazing.
I'm glad you can appreciate what we've accomplished. None of it has been easy. Ultimately, all our knowledge and resources are focused on a single goal. The goal is best summarized by our motto: mankind redefined. Unfortunately, no advancement comes without occasional setbacks. As remarkable as our synths are, they can be dangerous without proper supervision. The superior synth mind and body attempting to wrestle with something approaching free will can be a recipe for chaos.
So it's like every other wonder gizmo ever invented. When will you eggheads learn?
Have faith. Let me show you how we deal with such problems. A rogue synth has taken over the Raider gang at Libertalia. His memories have been erased, and his identity altered. He believes he's a man named Gabriel. Under his leadership, the Raiders have taken many innocent lives. I've dispatched a courser to Libertalia. I'd like you to join him and reclaim that synth.
Alright, it's done. I'll be sarcastic about it, though.
We'll just fight our way through an army of homicidal maniacs and ask this synth to come on home.
I didn't say it would be easy. But I'm confident that with a courser at your side, you'll have no trouble. Now you should get moving. Many people are in danger, and a delay could cost lives.
Okay. So that's gonna do it. Alright. We have our mission. We're going to proceed. Boy, I'm glad we got past that that Brotherhood of Steel part. Boy, They got annoying with that one. Alright.